Prep time starts now. Growing up, my parents were divorced, and so I spent half of my time at one house and half of my time at the other. At my mom's house, I had a sister who I could play with day in and day out, but at my dad's house, I was the only child. And growing up, I would constantly ask him to play games or go places with me, but he was constantly telling me that I needed to learn how to play by myself. I needed to learn how to occupy myself. And it wasn't until recently when I learned that both of these experiences growing up were both vital in making me the person who I am today. This quote, "Thunderstorms are as much our friends as the sunshine," perfectly aligns with my childhood, as I thought of my mom's house as the sunshine and my dad's house as the thunderstorms, but I'm soon realizing that they're both important. Today we're going to be looking through this quote by Chris Janney through 3 different events: the Gilded Age, a current event of Sia's new releasing of her short film entitled Music, and a book entitled The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. First, to start with the Gilded Age, this time period is marked after the Civil War but before the 1900s. It's marked by economical advantages and economical advancements in the North. But in the South, they experienced a lot of economical decline because of the loss of slaves that they had used for years on end in their plantations. Because the South had a plantation-based economy, the loss of all of this free work was detrimental to their ability to produce enough resources to meet the needs of the country and other consumers that the products were being exported to outside of the U.S. Even though this time is marked by the sunshines of the North and their economical advancements and their industrialization of the time, it's also marked by the thunderstorms that were experienced by the South. However, it's important that today we can look at both of these events during the Gilded Age and recognize their importances and how they affected American history moving on. Next, to talk about the release of Sia's new short film, Music, which is supposed to tell the story of a teenage girl with autism. However, the girl in the short film is portrayed by someone who doesn't actually have autism. This has caused an uproar in the ableist community, the people who are advocates for ableism. People are saying that it's not inclusive of Sia to portray a person with autism by someone who doesn't actually have autism. And people in the autism community are speaking up and saying that her film is offensive. Even though this film can look like it is such the biggest thunderstorm for the ableist community, it's actually spreading awareness about the fact that we need more inclusive films that are portraying special needs peoples. The people who are being represented in these films need to be the actual people who are who are portraying the actors, who are portraying the characters in the films. And this film, although seen in a negative light, is actually giving light to the fact that ableism is so prevalent in our society, meaning the thunderstorms that are so prevalent with this film can also be viewed as sunshine. And lastly, to talk about The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. The Kite Runner focuses around the story of a boy named Amir and his journey through adulthood. However, Amir's journey back to Afghanistan, his home country, is marked by extreme thunderstorms as he goes head to head with the Taliban in order to rescue a little boy. This is important in his character development because it allows him to see that he is the cowardice of the novel. However, in the beginning of the story, he tries to get the approval of his father Baba throughout the entire beginning of the novel. And this is also important in his character development because it again portrays him as the cowardice, as he's never able to quite reach the approval of Baba, but he still finds ways to try and do so while still betraying others. Even though his life can be seen as thunderstorms in his journey back to Afghanistan and sunshine in his finally getting approval from Baba in the beginning, all of these are equally important in him becoming the character who he was and in his character development as a whole. So today, we've looked at the quote, "Thunderstorms are as much our friends as the sunshine" by Chris Jami, and we looked at it through the lens of the Gilded Age, the current event of Sia's new short film, and the book The Kite Runner. And we've also been able to apply this to my own childhood and looking at my time in solitude and how it's equally as important to time spent with others. Thank you.